Hello, welcome to my channel, Seize Infinity. In this video, I just wanted to share a little experience I had that kind of, I feel like just is such like a good representation of keeping the faith and just following your intuition and, just letting go and going with the flow and having things work out and what have you. So when I recently, went to a music festival where you camp there and stuff, I didn't when I left my tent and just ran off to and bask in all the activities and fun and what have you. I totally was so oblivious to thinking of keeping track of where my tent actually is. And of course, on my way out, I didn't follow the normal pathways or anything. I just cut through the bush and cut through random pathways, and didn't pay any attention to what way I just walked. So by the time it came to going home to go to bed, I completely forgot where I even came from, where my tent was. I had a general idea, but and it was pitch black by this point too. So I was walking around for 2 hours trying to find my tent. I was oh my god, I'm gonna have to end up just sleeping somewhere random or something. But I just thought, it'll be all right. It's gotta work out. The universe is just gonna get me there eventually, surely. So I just let it go, didn't worry about it, and just kind of kept trying to just follow my intuitional vibe and just wandered around, try to see if I could get some sort of idea of where my tent was and where I was meant to be sleeping. And then as I was just aimlessly walking around, I all of a sudden just walked into a tent and tripped over and fell into a tent, and I was oh my god, how embarrassing. I'm just crashing into someone's home. And then I realized it's my tent, and I literally just just walking around, just walked straight into it, just bam, literally straight into it. So and at that point as well, I was even more so not even just thinking about it or trying to look at the map and where I could have been. I was just I'm over it at this point, and then bam, it hit me. I literally walked straight into my tent. So yeah, the whole idea of just letting things go, just not worrying about it, just going with the flow, really does work. Especially because by that point I was really so fed up with it, and also just kind of had accepted my fate, that I was just kind of not even thinking about it. I was just kind of walking around at that point, and then just bam bam, the tent was there. So yeah, I thought that was just a funny little personal story I'd share, just to give more credence to that whole idea of just letting go, going with the flow and following your intuition, and things can just kind of be put right into your pathway for you. All right, sending you so much peace, love, light, and blessings as always.